And
Does it
there we
move with the
go.
Discord window? Yes, it does. All right, let's move that to. Okay, I didn't expect that to minimize everything. Um,
Whew, we're back finally with this. Took long enough after graduation and vacation stuff and whole lot of other messes.
yeah. Well, I've been working a lot, and I've had D&D games. And how do you resize this bloody thing? Come on. Maybe if I. Uh, I don't have a camera.
Starts adjusting to the
I've
screen
never
view.
used this before. Oh
It's
no,
all
I don't want to share my screen. How do I change the size of this window? Because it's like
there
2 inches
should
wide.
there should be like
I'll
a
make it.
button that I
It's
think
got
you
two buttons on it. One says turn on screen share. One says turn on camera.
okay.
So that's under user settings.
Porygon might have figured out a way how to make it bigger. You can ask him in PMs if he knows. That
hmm,
is, if he's home by now, which he should be.
let's see. It can't be removed from the Discord window. If I go here and oh, that's not it. Can't right click it. Oh, there we go. Aha! I just had to click the actual name of the window. Oh, and then it hijacks the entire Discord window when I do that. Okay. Oh, that is blurry. How do I fix that?
Can't. So I. Oh right, I
I can
maxed
see
out
it.
what it is. I'm maxed out on items. I forgot that.
Yeah, you can only carry 32 items in this game. Oh, no, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Wrong button. That is definitely not the button I was looking for. Okay, so I can see it here in the window. It's just insanely blurry.
Also, welcome to the one viewer that's watching the.
Actually,
What?
yeah, it's the only one that's actually simultaneous. Uh yeah, the downside is like this window that's provided for me in the Discord window. It may be in time, but it's also crazy blurry. I can barely see anything in the stream itself.
That's weird. Let's see if I can resize. Maybe I can resize like that. Could make things
Well,
a
that
little.
helps it a bit, but I think it's what it is trying to stretch that tiny window to be huge. And oh, I can just right click it to watch stream. All right, then what I'll
That
do.
is interesting.
No, I don't want to invite to server.
Well, you can. Well, you can't. I don't think you can invite to my Discord server.
No, but I can. I have a button that when I. Okay, so apparently what it is, this window in Discord counts as like your icon in Discord. So if I right click it, it gives me the option to invite you to various servers that I'm in.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure you don't need the nightmare that is being invited to something like the AL server, which has like a lot of people in it.
AL.
AL. Yeah, just a quick glance. There's around 15,000 people online in that server right now.
I don't even know what what AL is, but
Asher Lane. Just something to play.
yeah, something I know that I think Chris will also and Pokemon Boy also play. I think, along with who knows how many other gotchas some of them play.
Okay, let's see.
I'm just trying to figure out where I am going. But it's been a while. I know that darts and rows got separated from the others after a big battle.
Uh,
So we're taking Peach with us.
okay, so this is not how.
Please tell me this is not some kind of escort mission.
Uh, if you're worried about having to save your person from being murdered, don't worry.
Good. I hate escort missions a lot. It's just not fun with me. Then again, I think I just got a little irked with Ashley. I think you know which Ashley I'm talking about.
Leon!
Yep, that one.
Yeah, don't worry. No one's gonna just randomly drop dead when you're trying to escort them. Oh yeah, that's right. There's Stardust in here, isn't there?
Wait, there's...
I think you might have. There's some Stardust in this town, not in this building, but in this town. This guy's house is sinking. Don't worry about it.
So somewhere in this town?
Yeah. I could bring it up if you want. It was just.
That'd be welcome.
Yeah. You don't need all 50, but there's a nice collection of Stardust to get.
And they
This
don't
is
take up...
disc.
And if I remember... This is still disc 2. And if I remember correctly, they don't take up your normal...
They don't take it. They don't take up any space in your inventory. No, and you can get rewards for having at least 40 of them. There's 50 in the game. You only really need 40 because I know you don't want to face the hardest boss in the game.
Maybe sometime after the main game, assuming that I can still
It
access
can only be fought on disc 3. And getting to the end of the game locks you out of it.
Well, I could
No.
make a separate save is my point. Yeah,
I
before
wouldn't
that.
recommend it. It's the kind of boss that you got to spend the entire game preparing for, basically. I hate those. Anyway,
I mean,
looks like it's in the inn. Well, the building with the save point in it.
all right.
And you can't, and it's in the side you cannot access from the front door. So you got to get up the ladder and go in through the roof.
Yeah, I see. There now. I mean, there's some cases I don't mind preparing for bosses, some optional bosses. Like, I'm still gonna have to prepare for Ozma in Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend the whole bloody game preparing for a boss that prevents you from using Dragoon and gets stronger based on how fast you beat him down.
Okay.
There you go.
There's a Stardust.
That's your Stardust.
Now you mentioned that kind of boss. Yeah, no, that's like yuck.
Yuck. Yuck indeed. Yeah, no, what it is the more damage you do to him, the faster he gets. Or some shit like that. Like he gets more and more turns as you if you do a lot of damage at once.
Okay, that kind of is kind of...
Anyway, let's take a look at your inventory. Let's see what kind of crap you're hauling around.
Forgive me for saying if I'm saying this without knowing everything. But that almost sounds like a very bad designed boss.
It's a clunky game. It probably wasn't tested that well, to be honest. All right, looking good. Okay, yeah, looks like we're.
Still have the magic
Yes.
six stone.
Well, you can't actually use it up. Every time you use the magic
I
six stone,
know.
it respawns in your inventory at the end of the battle.
I remember that much. I mean, like, I'm just glad I still haven't gotten rid of it.
It's gonna make some random encounters later in the game much easier.
So nothing in
That's
there
the
is
cat.
worth getting rid of.
Yeah, no, you're good. I don't even think there's anything that good in this town. I think it's like a healing potion or something. Fueno? No, Lidiera. What is in that box? Uh,
Undersea cavern. I mean, even in old games, sometimes can have good boss. It's just depends how well you design them with the mechanics of the game.
yeah, okay. The item in the box in the entrance to town is just a healing potion.
No, don't need it. I
No,
have plenty. If I'm not correctly, weren't we going to Fueno before?
you are going to Fueno. Yeah,
Were we going there
he's just telling you.
before we ended up here? I'm trying to remember.
Basically, yeah. Actually, no. You were heading to Mil Ciseaux.
Ah. Okay. Let's see if I can still regain this after how long it's been. Oh, these are
Have you played any rhythm games since?
some rhythm. Some Dream Eaters had rhythm mechanics in Dream Drop Distance, I think. Well, I got it close for how long
You
it's
got
been.
one. Oh yeah, and enjoy doing this with only 2 characters.
Got it twice there.
All right, well, don't even bother attacking that one then, because he's now immune to your physical attacks.
When will he be unimmune? Oh, screw you. At least I now remember that it's circle when it changes to the red one.
Yeah, I'm just glad. Yeah, you're not getting counterattacked.
There we go. It's been a while, but I still got it, it seems. I somehow missed the timing there, I guess.
Luckily, these enemies aren't all that strong, even if you
Okay.
are encountering them 3 at a time.
Okay, so for the red one, if I'm correct, you have to get the timing right or press the right button. Press the right button and get the timing right. Otherwise, it will just reflect you back even if you deal damage.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it will only deal damage if you press the right one. If you press, like, say, X while it's orange, then it won't take any damage.
No, it'll still take damage. You could just like press the attack button, walk away, grab a sandwich, and your character will still swing for just their base damage. What the additions do is that they apply a multiplier to your base damage.
I meant at least the orange one when it reflects you back.
That one, you'll still do damage, but you'll also be catapulted off into the distance like a sucker. Like something out of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. There you go.
Yeah, like,
So did you notice the weird little crosshatch pattern that's appearing on the enemies here?
no.
Like, whenever a dart hits them, there's this, like, bright red and orange pattern that appears over enemies on impact.
No.
But you're not getting that with Rose. Keep an eye out for it in the next fight.
like I said, like I do think it's possible to have good bosses even in old clunky games. Like I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 1 again, doing my challenge run for getting 50 followers, and yeah, so far I've been noticing a lot of different things about some of the bosses I've been fighting. Things I normally don't notice because I just mash away. If you get what I mean. I know you haven't played Kingdom Hearts in years, but I'm talking about games in general.
I'm sorry, what? I was typing something.
Ooh, I think I got 2 additions twice. That was good.
But yeah, what it is Dart's weapon right now is a weapon called the Heat Blade. It does fire-based damage.
Ah.
All water-based enemies will take bonus damage from Dart's weapon. But bear in mind, that means he will do half damage to fire enemies. See, bueno.
Yeah, I do think it's possible.
So you're ready for the? Are you ready for the disc-long search for the rest of your party?
Wait, so this takes up the entirety of Disc 2?
It takes up the entirety of a long time. You're gonna be at this for a while.
Wait,
Enjoy working with only 2 characters.
Am I seriously near the end of Disc 2?
No, you're a ways away from Disc 2.
Well,
Enjoy only using 2 characters.
We're on Disc 2. I think what
Yeah, you're on Disc 2. You're on Disc 2, yeah.
Maybe. Like I said, I do think it's possible to design good bosses even in older games like this one.
Well, yeah, this game has a lot of interesting, great bosses. Most of them are on Disc 1, but that's beside the point. Anyway,
Like, looking back on it and trying it myself, can I just say this, and this might shock some people? I actually ended up liking some of the ghost ship bosses. Well, not the one.
oh
that
no,
just
they're delightful fun. The people who got mad about like the ghost knights, people go on and on about how difficult they are, but like
the boss before them is much harder. I'm gonna agree with you there from what you said.
it's not even a boss. It's just like those fucking. It's like, oh, here's a charm, here's a confusion. You don't have control. Just sit down your controller and pray. Stuck on the stairs?
No, I'm just. I'm having a little fun. Sorry. Making the poor man run back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So there are 2 Stardust in this town. And one's in here, onto the stairs.
Ah. Huh. Yeah, I guess that also surprised you, but I actually hit 50 followers.
Why would I be surprised? That's be rude.
Yeah, it's still a small achievement, but I know Chingo pointed out to me that it's actually a lot easier than I was making it out to be, but still, it's an achievement that I felt amazed I could get.
Anyway, off to the other building with the yellow triangle.
Going with the save, which, just in
That's
case...
the clinic. You're looking for a painting in here, in the front of the building.
Just in case I'm going to those save, just in case something happens.
Yeah. Anyway, the merchant going up and down the stairs, he's both the item and the weapons merchant, depending on what part of the building he's standing in.
Ah.
The painting on your right.
Painting on my right, this one.
Talk to it.
I was talking to it and nothing was happening.
Maybe it's the one upstairs?
Maybe?
No, there should be Stardust there.
There's probably a painting up...
No, it's the one downstairs for sure. Downstairs, I mean. That painting has Stardust on it. You're pressing the X button, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, that was a little annoying. I was like right up front of here, and it had to be like triggered, I think, right in some way.
No, you just have to
I was
trigger the
thinking
name.
X.
Trigger. And yeah, it wasn't triggering for some reason. Someone's asked me for a picture of what I look like. Excuse me while I Google a picture of a tank.
I mean, you could give him a picture of Tank Man.
No, I'm specifically looking for a Stormgeschütz. Wir. Stormgeschütz aus Wir.
I like how you're the only one of my friends I know that refuses to show his real face, but that's fine.
Nobody knows my real face, except for one. And that's because he's literally just my brother and lives down in the same building as me.
And if anyone tries to hunt you down to find out your face, good luck figuring out where you are in Canada.
Oh no, most people know where I am, and I live on one of the islands off the west coast. Get out of the women's washroom! What the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't realize that was the woman's washroom.
Well, bath, I mean. The women's bath. It's a women's hot spring. For Pete's sake, man.
I didn't realize that. Nope. I'm almost think everyone walked in there their first time. I'm willing to bet everyone walked in there their first time, not knowing.
Well, because they went into the room on the left.
Yeah, it's Kayla.
Hello?
Yeah, I was still here. Don't worry.
All right. Just Discord's lagging for me a little.
Let me see if I can do something to fix the connection.
No, it's Discord itself. Sometimes the connection in this house just drops down to yellow or red for a bit.
Oh yeah, I do what I can to boost it. Like I close out of Steam just in case. So Shauna is somewhere. Probably around here, I guess. So maybe she's not here. She's probably somewhere else. Considering they're blocking me from getting into the ship.
No, you can't get into the ship. I'm sorry, did I say you'd be going without your crew for the rest of the game? I lied. Oh, for the rest of the disc.
And of course we have to find her first.
Look, Meru's a pain in the ass, but she's a good kid.
Oh no, I don't hate her. I've seen much more annoying.
Oh no, I love her. She's my favorite. I must point out though. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on that one.
I was gonna say that I found a lot more annoying teenage characters, but she's not up there.
I mean, she's like 20-something, but okay.
Oh. I completely forgot how old she was. What the?
Ta-da!
Well, there's everyone but Ashana. Man of the little words, how I missed him.
Big man.
So I gotta ask, is there? I gotta ask out of curiosity, is there any challenges some people do in this game or no?
I guess there's the usual speed running thing people do.
Wait, so there's no like a no Dragoon run or something?
I mean, it's easy enough to do that.
Yeah, I have to apologize. So I don't know why, but the two challenges I have done so far have got me wondering what other games have challenges I could do that are not 100%ing. Cause I'm not a 100%er. I've never been.
I mean, 100%ing this game is pretty easy. It's just a matter of collecting all the stardust. Because it's like that's the only optional thing you can really miss in this game as far as items go. The only downside to this screen sharing thing now is that I don't have audio, game audio.
Well, at least it's not voice acted in every scene.
What do you mean, at least it's not? Have you heard the voice acting in this game? No, it's
I
thank
know.
God it's not voice acted in every scene. Oh shit. There's not a lot of voice acting in this game, but what there is absolutely dreadful.
Except for the beginning, like you said.
Like the first fucking cutscene in the game. Oh yeah, this will be great. Second cutscene. What the fuck?
Well, this was the era of bad voice acting, I think. When bad voice acting was acceptable.
Yeah. Honestly, they would have been better off just sticking with calling out the additions and not having and just using subtitles in the videos. Or, hiring actual voice actors.
I mean, if they could do things. I mean, I know you don't like the idea of it, probably, but if they could do it right, I'm sure a remake could be possible.
I mean, a remake would be phenomenal, but I don't know, just it doesn't really need it. It'd probably be better off just making a new game entirely.
I don't know. I've just been one that, like, sometimes the more underrated games like this, or even Final Fantasy IX, deserve remakes more.
And here I am, just sitting here, shouting off into the infinite abyss, Sinnoh, Sinnoh. Anyway,
You want the Gen 4 remake, don't you?
Gen 4 introduced. I look. I have a special. There's a special place in my heart for Pokemon Diamond.
I don't look at it. I just think Gen 5's just always been my favorite, just because it was the one that really tried hard to tell a serious story in the main series.
I mean, Platinum did a pretty good job of that too.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, the first Black and White one really did well to me with N and Team Plasma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lennis. Was that the one that I fought before that went berserk when we were in Dragoon form, or no?
Linus, yeah.
Yes.
I
Thought
can't
so.
believe you fell for that, though. Well, it's not even that you fell for it. I just neglected to mention it.
You neglected to mention it, and I immediately freaked out
And
when
you
you.
just like, oh, I'm gonna love some Dragoon form here. Yeah, Albert's got this whole half damage thing. I'm gonna warn you now. That's the only boss in the game that actually doubles their speed when you go Dragoon.
And I'm willing to bet I'm gonna encounter her again.
Well, you will encounter again, but you won't use that mechanic again.
Oh, thank God.
That mechanic is a one-time thing in the whole game. You don't have to worry about it. Instead, there's going to be other mechanics to fuck you around later in the game. Including things like, oh, and I bet you'll love this, time limits.
I mean, so long as it's manageable. I've dealt with some time limits in some RPGs before.
I mean, it's not like Emerald Weapon brutal, but it's still.
Oh,
you know,
I've never even fought Emerald Weapon. I've heard the stories, but I've never even fought.
Emerald Weapon isn't actually all that bad. I mean, there's even a materia you can get that just turns off the battle timer, so you can take as long as you want.
I'm actually aware, and I'm honestly want to more so try the method that I know of. That I remember. Apparently, that you can just sacrifice 2 of your party members to be dead and fight Emerald Weapon with just one character spamming Knights of the Round till he's dead.
I believe that's actually Ruby, the Ruby Weapon method.
No, there is one for Emerald Weapon as well. If I recall, I think I saw H.C. Bailey use it.
I wouldn't know. It's been a long time. I've only played the original. Oh, fun fact actually, Ruby and Emerald Weapon were unique. Were first appeared in the North American release of the game. They weren't in the original release.
That's the same as with some optional bosses in Kingdom Hearts 1. I know you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 1 forever or probably fought those optional bosses, but it's actually a true fact. Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 was only in the US release along with Ice Titan and Kurt Zisa.
Oh, thank God, they could have kept Sephiroth for themselves. I remember watching my siblings try to beat that. I was like, we're doing good, Octoslash. Fuck!
Yeah, he's very tough in Kingdom Hearts 1. And people would think he's hard in Kingdom Hearts 2? No. Not unless you're either 1, being extremely cocky, or 2, probably level 1. Which it is possible to beat the entire game at level 1. I've done it.
Need the lower... Oh, hold on.
Okay, so they need more time. So I need to do something in the town to give them more time to finish repairing. So, what were you saying?
I have completely forgotten what I was saying. Someone was at my door.
I was saying that mainly that, yes, Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 is insanely difficult, while in Kingdom Hearts 2, he's a joke.
Well, like I said, only my siblings ever actually got that far in Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah. Once again, fuck Octoslash. Pardon my French.
Were you called down this fuck up?
Huh? What?
Say hi to Shadow.
Oh, no, that's just Shadow in the background, yeah.
I said say hi to him.
Bleach says hi.
Shadow? One of mine.
Maybe if I extend this to 25 by 25, does that do it? Oh, it looks a lot better. Maybe I need to widen the ship a bit. Flying higher, king of the sky.
Yeah.
He's flying too fast and he's flying too high.
So I talked to Pete. Not sure what else I can do around here, if anything.
You know what?
Where was the other? Oh wait, I got both Stardusts, right?
Yeah, there's no more Stardusks on this disc in general.
Oh, nice.
You got them all. The bastard is flying too high.
Yeah. I know how hard Sephiroth is in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I'm not even bothering to dare to challenge him, possibly at level 1.
Send that to the map layer. Put that there. Send that to the map layer. Oh yeah, it looks so much better when you put it in the map layer. Sorry, I'm just mucking about with
That's okay. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go until the ship's ready.
What kind of sail does this have? Just as a standard square sail. The legend never dies. He's flying, and he's flying, and he's flying higher. King of the sky. He's flying too fast and he's flying too high. Higher. Hyper and high. The legend will never die.
50G for a bath and dinner.
It's for the it's just instay. It's fluffed as send that to the token layer for a bit while I rotate all this. Like that. Then go back to the token layer.
Oh, there's something here. Drippy?
He's drunk. He's drunk. I need to make all this a little bit bigger.
A dragon on Prison Island.
There's a dragon on Prison Island. It ruined my life. Sank my boat, salted my fields, slaughtered my cattle, and yada yada yada. He's drunk and sad.
So I guess we're gonna have to go to Prison Island and kill the dragon.
Where do you want to go
Okay.
anywhere? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just say, for a drunk animation for this game, that is actually really good. That is impressive that they were able to do that well for someone being drunk in a game this old.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the game does... Like, there's clearly a lot of love put in a lot of places in this game. Oh, where are my player tokens?
Now, still imagine if there was a remake with actual good voice acting.
Gotta go to... Tank.
Each time I say that, I keep wondering, like, which of the famous actors I know could play which character. What the hell is this thing? Treasure jar?
I'm just gonna say this now. You can't kill that.
Really?
Bleach, that thing has 3 HP. And will not take any damage from physical attacks.
So I'm screwed and have
It's a gimmick enemy that can only be damaged by magic. And only takes 1 damage from magic. If you want to try to kill this, you have to hit that thing with a Sig Stone. And then try to pound it down with magic. Before it can act.
Is there... Well, it already acted once.
Yeah. Usually it'll hit you and then run on its next turn.
Is it worth killing it or to just run?
If you hit it with a Sig Stone, you can probably spam it with Dragoon magic, then rest at the end to get that MP back.
Okay, let's give it a try. Magic Sig Stone, go.
And like I said, just pound it with magic. Any magic. Item magic, Dragoon magic. It'll only do 1 damage, but physical attacks cannot hurt it. See how fast that thing is, though?
Wait, did it just move again?
Yep. That's why it said cannot move, because it just had a turn. So yeah, just hit it with like Dragoon magic if you don't want to use your items, or use items if you don't want to use your Dragoon power. Just don't use your Night Raid. This would be a good place for things like Pellet and Spear Frost, because they're not that great. Don't waste Thunderbolt on it. So say Pellet. Yeah, Spear Frost and Pellet, you're not going to be able to find a use for those here. So yeah, spam X all you want. You'll find that it doesn't actually increase the damage.
I still
against this
wanna
fucker.
do it just to practice.
Ping! Ta-da! Another turn. See what my issue is here with this thing? So I hit it with Pellet. There's another multi-attack, spammer attack.
Do I get anything for beating this thing?
Usually the treasure jars and any equivalent enemy that only takes 1 damage has a big reward for beating it. And you should have 1 more turn. Nope. Oh, you should be able to kill it now. You have to hit it with offensive magic, though. Use your Dragoon form. Just hit it with the Star Children.
Okay. Star Children it is. So yeah, while this animation's happening, I'm guessing you're wondering, Sturm, how were my challenge runs in Kingdom Hearts? The 2 challenge runs I think you heard I was doing, or saw.
I'm sorry, what was that about challenge?
Like the level 1 challenge runs I was doing in the 2 Kingdom Hearts games I've been streaming.
Oh, I thought this thing only had... How much health does this fucking thing have?
The animation didn't end. Oh, it did?
No, it did. Just hit it with magic. Dragoon form will end the fear effect. Oh, it has 4 HP. My bad.
What?
What? So hit it with flame shot.
Yeah, I guess I was like asking like were you aware of some of the challenge runs I was doing, the level 1 challenge runs I was doing in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2?
No, I actually haven't been seeing those, I'm afraid.
It's fine. They're up on a new YouTube channel that I'm hosting my live stream. What?
It ran away or you killed it?
It ran away and I dealt 4 hits.
How much health does this fucking have? Like, where is it?
What?
Cursed jar? Treasure jar. It has 5 HP. Oh, that's mean. What is it? What's the reward for beating this damn thing? It gives a ruby ring. Okay, well, that's no big loss, at least.
I'm still going back to heal.
Yeah. Map spawns are pretty wimpy.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little peeved there that...
Oh, okay, so, yeah. So, this thing...
It's not that hard.
I'm just looking at the list of the unique enemies. Some of them only give gold, some of them only give experience, some of them only give an item.
Yeah.
For example...
What? Go on.
For example, the red bird only drops a piece of armor called the Phoenix Plume. What does that do? Oh, let's scroll up. Oh, that's just a pretty decent hat. Okay. But there's an enemy later in the game called the Lucky Jar that'll give you 1,000 XP and 300 gold.
Ooh.
but it can only be damaged through poison.
Oh. I don't
Or an
know.
enemy much later in the game called the Rainbow Bird. Can only be damaged by confusing it.
I don't have anything that can cause that.
I mean, you can buy those at some shops, but it's just not worth it. Oh, actually, no. In that case, it is worth it because the Rainbow Bird gives 3,000 gold and a rare piece of equipment.
Oh, you suck. You're taunting me.
Just run away. Don't even bother with the damn thing.
It's just the same thing. It's the
Because
same
watch. I mean,
treasure jar.
yeah.
It's just like it decided to come back, just going, ha ha, you couldn't kill me. Little dick.
Yeah, actually, funny thing, that treasure jar is the only one that does not give experience or gold. All it has is ruby ring. Oh, and here's just another insult to injury there, Bleach.
What?
It can use an ability called Magic Attack Barrier.
Oh.
It has an ability, so it's only vulnerable to magic damage, but can also make itself immune to magic damage.
She's totally scared. So there's got to be a way to get to Prison Island. That way is blocked. Is there any way back here to get to Prison Island?
You have to go all the way back to the little town.
So it, the place
You're going the right way.
Okay, good. Actually, I wonder.
You want to go to the Ocean Terraces.
Oh, I was going the right way then.
Yeah. 303 days below the sun comes up down.
Yeah. The level 1 runs for like Kingdom Hearts can only be done in the PS3, PS4 final mix versions of the game because they have the ability to do that.
Yeah, no, there's just outright no way to do such a run in Legend of Dragoon. You can't turn off XP.
I know.
Although if you want a much harder version of the game, just play the Japanese version of the game. Where all gold drops are reduced by like 70%.
Ugh.
Well, what it was, the Japanese version of the game came with a gimmick that allows you to use a sub-console to the PS1 on a mini game for like a smaller like supplementary console that would allow you to farm gold through the use of Lohan. And I think the amount of gold you could actually get from it was limited. All in all, the English release is a much better game.
We need to see the monster there, the dragon. That's pretty much the one thing there.
I mean, they all work, but that's the only one that doesn't make you sound like a psychopath.
And yep, it makes them see like, oh, we're warriors. That's why we need to see the monster. They just don't. They don't know if we could survive, but at least we don't look crazy to them. They're like, oh, you're warriors. You're strong. Well, we don't know if you'll be able to live, but we'll tell you. That pretty much it.
Pretty much. Well, like I said, it's the only one that doesn't make you sound like a psychopath.
So we just need to close the gates. Okay, so gotta go to Pete's house, gotta go into that cave, turn the valve, and then I'm off to Prison Island. That's what
Yep.
he said.
It's a good thing you used up those 2 items, though, because there's some shiny stuff in that. Cave there, actually, that you're gonna want inventory room for. Good thing you used those items, eh?
I mean, I got 1 healing potion back from one of those enemies. But, yeah, I can easily make more room if I need to. And this is... Healing
The best
Rain.
item in the game. Best healing item in the game. Healing Rain heals all your party members in the battle to full. Or if used out of battle, heals all party members in general to full. The other one is a Healing Fog, which will heal 1 party member to full.
Healing Rain sounds more like I need to save it for the most best emergency.
There's very few items in the game you really need to save. The Healing Rain is one of them. You'll be able to buy Healing Fogs later, but you will never be able to buy Healing Rain with normal money. Water level adjusted. Go nuts.
Now we can head back to the cave and go to Prison Island. Yeah, despite what some people may think, Sturm, the level 1 run, I can't speak for sure yet in Kingdom Hearts 1, but level 1 run is actually feasibly possible in Kingdom Hearts 2.
So I've heard.
You're just memorizing boss patterns, and thanks to the 4 damage, you're not dealing chip damage, which I've come to hate.
Chip.
I just come to hate chip damage thanks to some games.
See, I could never do a level 1 run of any game. I like accumulating experience. Although you know what those games need?
What?
Put 1 boss in the game that the higher level you are, the harder it gets. Just for those level 1 players. To get to is like, okay, this boss is usually brutal as hell, and it's just like, he died like a bitch. What?
Maybe that's an idea to suggest possibly for whenever they work on Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever's next.
I don't know. It's a nice thing out there. I know, actually, there is a game like that. Where the higher level you are, the more brutal a particular boss is. You can come back. I don't think there's anything terribly useful in it. Hold on a sec. Hi, we would like to inform you that you have blocked...
Ooh, Jeweled Crown.
Oh yeah, Jeweled Crown's actually good. Never mind. No. Yeah, Jeweled Crown is pretty good. Anyway, You're on Platinum Shadow. Anyway.
Yeah, the main reason Kingdom Hearts 2 does so well with the level 1 run is because... Are you aware what floor damage is, Sturm?
Floor damage is basically a minimum amount of damage a boss can actually take.
Basically, yes. So that's what Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix has. So even if you're like severely at level 1, the game would scale your damage to deal the minimal damage that boss can take. So even at level 1, you won't be like dealing 1 damage per hit. If a boss says, I take a minimum of 20 damage, you will deal 20 damage at level 1. Which is actually good and what made Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix really good in combat. And that's why I hate the higher difficulties in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, because their idea of hard was like, let's cut your damage in half. Don't you love artificial difficulty that's not by your choice?
Well, like, it's nice to have the option to, like, have self-imposed difficulties, where a game's difficulty is fair, but if you want more challenge, you can just impose a simple challenge on yourself. Or if the game's piss easy, you just do a Nuzlocke. Sorry. Pokemon.
That's fine.
No offense, Pokemon. No offense.
Oh dear, that's a charm, isn't it?
Ah. What charmed him? Which one charmed him? Murder the one that charmed him, and it'll break the charm.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Charm is annoying, but it has its counter. But God help you if you get confused.
Reminds me of a boss I know that does nothing but charm in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the GBA.
Fucking charm effects and tactics. Ouch.
No, there's actually...
You're just Wait. No, see, you're just reminding me of the god-awful fight in Tactics A2 that has you fight something like 6 pink Malboros. Like Rose Malboros. And their special version of Bad Breath has a charm effect in it.
I've never played A2, but I've heard...
I liked it. I've never played A1. Well, I've only played a few minutes of A1, but I definitely like A2's beginning, for example. It's a more comfortable game for me, which probably just comes as a result of my youth and inexperience or something. Yada yada.
I honestly say like A1's not that bad as people claim.
It's not.
I can agree.
I don't know.
The law system could be better, but
the problem is probably because I played A2 before A1, so A1 felt a lot clunkier.
That makes sense. Like I will say that the only kind of annoying thing about A1 is the fact, and I'm saying this while I'm waiting for this guy to drop his guard so I can kill him, because I can only deal 0 damage.
Hey, it's free SP. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Gives you time to practice your additions, too. So you can stop embarrassing yourself.
Like, the main thing I say about A1 is, like, you have to, if you want a certain law to be in effect for a certain battle, you need to either, 1, know what's in that battle ahead of time, and 2, walk around the field until the law changes to the one that you want when you're going to move to that area.
Yeah. I remember the laws are still in A2, but they're not nearly as... They become a fun, like, oh, it's challenge mode, rather than, here's this strict regulation that if you break it, you're fucked. And from what I understand, just the choice of laws are less brutal.
Well, to be fair, also in A1, it's actually not that hard to avoid breaking the law. Like, at least for me, I can play the game without breaking the law.
Well, the laws in A2 are also mission-specific. Like, the law changes... law depends on the mission, not, like, how many steps you take in or time a day. Just ditch the healing potion. Too many items? Discard? Yes.
Let's just say... well, there's also... I'm not sure if they have it in A1, A2 as well, but I know there's law cards that you can use to add your own laws and remove laws within.
Yeah.
A1.
Well, like I said, in A2, they tied the law to the specific mission. Which, okay, yeah, there's one or two missions where the choice of law is absolute bullshit. On the other hand, there's a few missions where it just makes in general, it just makes it more interesting. Like, here's an enemy that's far away, but you cannot use ranged weapons or magic. You got to get up close, or what was it? It's
See, now that does sound fun.
I'm bad at giving examples. Just gonna say that now.
That's okay. I'm sometimes into, but I'm just gonna say for A1, you're lucky you never made it to the final boss.
But yeah, the big thing is that the reason I played A2 before A1 is, well, putting aside that GBA cartridges are hard as hell to find in my city. The first tactics game I played was, well, I had just finished playing through Final Fantasy Tactics, and the main character of Final Fantasy Tactics A2, Luso, is a bonus character in Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions, the PSP release. Oh, hey, Dart's Dragoon Spirit leveled up.
Hey, nice.
It doesn't give you any new magic, but it means you can keep it up for longer.
Also, that's the weirdest looking mermaid I've ever seen. I'm just gonna be up front.
Oh, that's right. I was making maps for D&D.
I miss the times I played D&D with you.
Even though your only experience with D&D was getting slaughtered.
Unfortunately, I wish I had a better experience with that, but thankfully, unlike what that would have done to some people, that did not jade me away from D&D. Thankfully.
Well, I had some rough experiences in my early D&D days, and, those never jaded me away from it. Closest I've ever really come to being... Ooh, soda.
No, like the one
Jaded about D&D is I don't think I could ever really... I had a bad experience with my first Pathfinder game. Because one of the players, I won't name any names, because we're on stream. It's a troll. What the fuck do you think it is?
Flabby troll.
He's fat. Anyway, I'm not going to name any names because we are on stream and that'd be uncouth. But
that's being respectful. That's something I actually like.
But someone in my first Pathfinder game. Well, first of all, I got dumped into a module I didn't expect to be running. So, playing the Pathfinder equivalent of one of the more annoying old AD&D modules. And on top of that, one of the players was a power gamer who threw a hissy fit when the mechanics of the setting didn't work the way he expected them to. Believe this guy is a passive stun? No, he only stuns you if you bring his health down below half. Anyway, do not forget that
guarding
halves all incoming damage and restores 10% of your HP.
That. I think we remember that.
Guarding is very powerful. Probably overpowered, to be honest.
Like, on the note of actually wanting to see this game get a remake, in all honesty. Yep. Oh,
I mean, hell, I'd be happy with a sequel. Hit the little yin-yang. It'll cure the fear for the whole party. You don't have to waste items on it. This is magical girl-ass bullshit.
Magical. You just reminded me that I'm a of like how I'm still working on my fan RPG game and the fact I'm currently caught up in the gotcha game of Madoka.
Anyway, just use physical attacks against this guy. Should finish him off. Ah, you mean Magia Record?
It's actually pretty fun, but like all.
Oh, so I hear. I tried to play it, but I had an issue.
What?
Apparently, the point where I installed the game and tried to get through the tutorial, the game went into maintenance during. Well, I was halfway through the tutorial. And I haven't really touched it since. And I only tried it because I was without a computer for a few days. In terms of actual magical girls, though, I have another magical girl game that I invest a lot of time into. That I might actually run a game for the U-Haul at some point.
No, I'm not in the wagon anymore.
Well, not even the wagon. Just round up some friends, play it together. Have you ever heard of Magical Burst?
I have, and I've saw you do it one time.
It's a bit of a trip. Speaking of gacha games, though, let's just open Azure Lane real quick and send out some new commissions. Because I'm a weeb.
Yeah, I'm just in like, while I'm probably not going to buy it myself, I will say, in all honesty, that I do think that the new Final Fantasy game does look good. Like, I have no real interest in playing it right now.
The Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I probably won't get it right away on account of it probably being something like $96 in Canada.
Is that how much the game costs in Canada?
Most games these days come out at around $79.99 before tax.
Most games cost around $60 here.
Weak Canadian dollar, mind you.
I know.
It's roughly the same.
I've been to Canada once and only once.
Did you try the Canada Dry ginger ale while you were up here?
No, we were there for a short bit before we had to get back on the cruise ship because they decided to take a stop.
Right. In Victoria, right?
I think it was in Victoria. I don't remember, but it was the Alaskan cruise ship.
Yeah, it would have been Victoria then, because I don't think Vancouver actually has a deep water port. Victoria is a popular cruise ship stop, not just because of the Butchart Gardens, but also because the quartermasters like to restock here. We get cruise ships regularly. It's the garden city, so, you know, lots of tourism, lots of flowers. Lots of old people.
And I still have some Canadian change that my parents had to exchange. Yep. There's some real money for to buy some stuff there.
I still can't believe it was an American who told me about the weird thing with the Canadian money. I had to be informed by an American that, hey, did you know that Canadian currency smells like maple syrup? I was like, nah, you're joking. You're joshing with me. I picked up a five out of my wallet, give it a sniff. What the fuck? It smells like maple syrup.
It's Lloyd again.
Oh, wow, you're there already. Look away for one moment and you already get to the boss.
Well, it was not that long of a dungeon.
No.
Dots, I think that's a bad idea. He has a sword that can kill dragoons. And he's much stronger than you. Last I checked, when I was in that tournament place and fought him in the championship.
Kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is it, because I don't remember, is it possible to actually beat him if you know how?
In that fight? No. It's a scripted loss. But you can't die normally to him. You have to survive until he pulls out the bullshit move. You can literally just guard and he'll still win. But he auto dodges everything. He can't be killed.
What the fuck?
I told you she wouldn't be using the same mechanics again. Because she's a Dragoon.
She has the water Dragoon, doesn't she?
She doesn't just have the Dragoon spirit. You're not fighting her on her own.
Oh, son of a...
Say hello to Rigol, the sea dragon. Look on the bright side. At least you didn't bring Kongal.
Oh, right, he's weak to...
Insanely weak to magic.
I mean, I want to use Kongo in some battles, but with how slow he is, it's going to be risky.
I mean, he moves at the same speed as Dart, if I remember correctly. Because you've gotten his speed up with the boots. Well, not the boot, the bandit's ring.
I should probably take care of Rengol first.
Take care of Rigol first.
Dang, you missed it. The third timing. What the?
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
I'm not sure if Dragoon Spirit will help here. Oh, good lord. It's a tidal wave. That is a freaking big-ass tidal wave. With no escape from any side.
That's gonna hurt. And actually, Dragoon will be quite useful here. Because it's gonna almost have that damage. Matter of fact, just try to get Shauna's Dragoon Spirit back up to level 4, and then use Dart special. So just have Rose guard for now.
Well, isn't it 100?
Attack with Shauna. Yeah, 100 SP, so that should fill it up. Then when Dart's turn comes around, use the special.
Assuming she doesn't kill Darts, but...
Well, don't worry, he only takes double damage from the magic attacks, not the physical ones. Anyway, yeah, special.
Alright. Shauna has the
magical
healing
boy
magic.
Actually, you'd be surprised. Rose is a pretty good healer in that regard, in some regards too.
I know, she has that draining move. I know.
And that's going to be very useful here. But my big thing, Linus herself resists magic. Rhaegal does not. Dump a final burst on him. And watch the big numbers.
This should be good. But yes, speaking back on Kingdom Hearts, though, are you going to... So, I'm not sure if you actually have planned to get a PS4 or Xbox One, but are you planning on trying Kingdom Hearts 3 sometime?
I have no idea. Shadow has a PS4 and an Xbox One. I got the Switch.
Ah.
I've been playing the remade edition of Tales of Vesperia. There you go.
You're my man. I also have to go back on to playing that on Steam. I should probably use Shauna's healing magic here. Just to heal, because...
Yeah, Gates of Heaven, you might as well use it. You'll never have a better time to use it. It's rare to find a good time to use it.
I would honestly recommend Kingdom Hearts 3 still, if you ever get the chance to play its turn. It's not as bad as some people will say. Like, I don't know. I know things have calmed down lately, but when it first came out, there was a lot of people loving it. There's a lot of people bashing on it, saying it was a disappointment to them and not what they were expecting. Worst Kingdom Hearts game ever.
Oh, by the way, I should warn you now, Rigol has an attack that does bonus damage not to Dart, but to Rose.
Oh dear. What does Rose have that she can do?
Astral Drain is a good bet to bet here. The other two skills Rose has, while great utility against lesser enemies, don't have much boss utility. But Astral Drain is at least a single target damage, so the damage doesn't get spread out.
I should definitely use Final Burst again once it starts turn.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of actual like stats, I think Linus is actually a little bit easier in this battle. Of course, that said, there's a dragon, so.
No, the dragon's almost dead, I think. Oh dear, that's magic. Isn't it?
This one would be Bubble Burst. Doesn't say what type of damage it does. I think that one just does physical damage. Anyway, Shana can just attack Rigol. Just shoot him.
Well, he's
Save your
almost
healing
dead.
for when you need it.
I think one more hit should kill him, even if it's spread damage at this point.
Yeah, if you're willing to risk it, you have Explosion. Or you could just, if you want to ensure the kill, I'd still recommend using Final Burst.
Let me see. Yeah, I might as well use Final Burst. I can risk a turn
Confirm the kill. Confirm the kill.
I can risk a turn from Shauna to regain some MP and Final Burst at Linus if I have to. I can risk...
I mean, once Rigol is gone, you remove the tidal wave. Pardon me, Tsunami. You remove both the dangerous Tsunami attack and light attack, Pulse Burst. Funny thing though, if you actually do kill Linus first, and then you kill Rigol, Linus freaks out, rejoins the battle, only to get shanked. So yeah, try physical attack. Let's see if you remember how to do this.
This one I actually know what to do, and my timing, I'm willing to bet, is still bad.
Well, go nuts.
Because I know I have to... Nope.
Wow. You were way off. I mean, the damage is still better than what you would do outside of Dragoon form, but just... Wow.
I'm always bad on the regular attacks for... Oh, right, I can't use items in these forms.
Yeah, no, you can't use attacks, so just keep hitting her. Remember, Shauna's speed combined with her fixed SP gain means she can spend more time at Dragoon than anyone else. Now, the timing required to get the next button press is a little bit faster than the previous timing. And it just speeds up and speeds up. Like, it's something like... something like that. It's crazy. Like, the last two are really close together.
Right, he just goes full because he did the special.
Because he did the special, he automatically gets a full combo.
That's gonna hurt.
That's gonna hurt.
Okay,
Fun
I
fact,
need
though,
to
these
pray.
bosses are both easier in the English version.
I need to pray I get Rose's turn next.
Why?
I want to use an item to give me some MP back for Dart.
I mean, either one of them is going to move before Dart. Dart is your slowest party member here, if only by a bit.
Why did you use it on Rose and not Darts where it would have been made more sense?
I mean, it doesn't do any more damage on Dart than it does on Rose. That one's just a physical attack.
Sun Rhapsody.
Sun Rhapsody.
Let's give her a final burst once it starts its turn again.
Oh, look, it's Dart's turn.
Oh, this is gonna hurt a lot. This is
Having
gonna
fun.
be sweet. I like dealing high numbers in damage. I blame Disgaea for this. I mean, there's that feel when you deal 1,000,000 damage to an
If you think about it, the Dragoons in Legend of Dragoon are basically just magical girls. And boys. And gigantos. And one old man. Magical transformations,
like Super
check.
Sentais.
Magical transformations, check. Weapons that are fairly unique based on who you have, check. Elemental affinities, check. Large cinematic attacks that are quite spammable, check. They fight for their friends and freedom, check. I don't know, sounds like a magical girl to me. Get that MP back. Well, not MP, get that SP back. Just start shooting. Hey, look, she's half dead. I know, it's very possible to beat her without Dragoons. I've accidentally done it before.
Rose just guard. She needs health. Realistically, I could, as Sean, just go Dragoon and heal everyone, but...
I mean, only really Rose needs it. Although I should point out that Shauna does have a single heal as well.
I know. I'm just rather...
Oh yes, Dart's going to do a lot of damage here now. Regardless of Dragoon form. Because you see that cross-hatching when he hits, right?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Yeah, that's bonus damage. He does double damage. Good thing you blocked that, because that would have done 186 damage.
And she's almost dead, so I might be able to kill her anyway.
Yep. I told you this fight's actually marginally easier than the original, than the first fight.
Imagine if they had her in a Dragoon form and, like, her first fight.
The Berserk mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
That would probably make this the hardest fight in the game. Maybe.
Now, if you want to make this the hardest fight in the game, you know what you do?
Out of all the fights I've faced so far, I'm saying. I don't know about...
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. But yeah, what were you saying?
If you want to make this one of the hardest fights in the game, just instead of Shauna and Rose, just use Albert and Kongal.
Oh, good lord.
Slow and weak to magic.
Both of them?
Yep.
Rose is almost dead.
You can use the Healing Fog. Or Healing Breeze, if you don't want to use the Healing Fog.
And let's use the Healing Fog. I'm gonna buy more later anyway, so that...
Yeah, you'll have access to them later in bigger numbers.
This is a new attack.
Ah, this would be... Pillar Break.
And... I'm gonna guess I'm not gonna get full access to these moves immediately with Miru.
I mean, I must point out, did you get any of Graham's moves with Albert? Well, with Lavitz and Albert? No, you did not.
And she's dead. So can I not lie, Sturm, when I first saw this?
Wait, what?
When I first saw that form, I thought that was the non-elemental Dragoon form, and then I was like, oh wait, right, I didn't get the water yet.
No, it can't be non-elemental. That's... You don't even have a non-elemental character. Who would use it?
She was both like Lloyd and used a Dragoon. That's kind of weird. Didn't she? You say she was from Lloyd's kind?
She's a wingly.
Yet she used a Dragoon spirit as well.
Yeah, I mean, you have a Giganto Dragoon, so species doesn't seem to have a match factor into it too much.
And finally, Miru has her, so finally I can give her some use. That's the whole reason I haven't been using her. I actually wanted to wait for their Dragoon spirits.
And now you have one of the best characters in the game with her Dragoon Spirit. You know those additions?
Yeah?
She's the only one with... she gets the highest damage multiplication on one of her additions.
So it's time to start working on her now.
Getting it up to, I think, 600% base damage.
Holy shit! Okay, definitely just time to start working on her.
The catch is that to get that addition, you have to unlock all and master all of her others.
Yeah, definitely time to start working on her.
But she also has the highest base speed of your party. She's the only one faster than Shauna. She has base 70 speed. Now Dart has 50. Consider that.
Yeah, that's give me incentive to work on her now.
She's also my favorite character in the game, so I'm also biased. Well, okay, no, I say that, but, you know, Dart and Lavitz are also things that exist. And they're pretty great.
Okay, let's just take a look at her equipment, because I don't remember what I had on her.
The War God's Amulet.
War God's Amulet, soft...
Increases her chance to hit.
So
I mean, everything
good.
else you can just upgrade as you go.
So the War God's Amulet is good for her, then.
I mean, look at what else you have.
Stun Guard, Panic Guard, Spirit Cloak, Sapphire Pin, Red Eye Stone, Night Shield.
Night Shield isn't bad. Let's see what else you
Guard,
have.
Bravery Amulet, Silver Stone, Power Wrist.
Oh.
Activate War God's Calling.
No, don't use the War God's Calling. Leather shoes are bad.
Spirit Cloak.
No. You need to sell some of your junk equipment.
Jeweled Crown, I don't think will be good for her.
Actually, it's pretty good for her. Because she, already has a good base magic attack. Like, it's technically probably better on, Shauna, because Shauna has the highest magic attack.
I have two Jeweled Crowns.
Oh, well, then equip it on both. Like I said, good magic attack between the two of them. Shauna's the other one with good magic attack.
I didn't even realize I had two Dragoons. So yeah, that's all the accessories I had. So I guess War God's Amulet it is for her.
I'd argue the Night Shield.
Night Shield. Yeah.
Bleach?
Yep. Yep.
Look at her HP.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's small.
She has the lowest HP, base HP out of all your party members. She's basically 100% Kongol's opposite. She has the lowest physical attack and defense, but has good magic attack and defense, and she's the fastest where Kongol is the slowest.
When did I master Crush Dance? I didn't even realize that.
Probably during that battle. Are you ready for one of the hardest editions in the game?
Oh, boy.
But can get you up to something, but at max level will get you 204 SP per successful use.
Okay, so Rose, we'll...
That's
I'll
two
work on her
full
off,
Dragoon.
I'll work on her off screen sometime.
Bleach. I want to really make that clear to you.
No, I heard.
Pulling off Madness Hero at max level gets you 2 bars of Dragoon Spirit.
That's something I'm gonna have to work on as well.
If you like using Dragoon Spirits, that's the addition for you. Just
Rose,
be ready for it.
Rose will take some time, but I can work on her off screen. Hashel, definitely some time, but work on her off screen.
Yeah.
I don't know how hard Hardblade or Summon 4 Gods is in terms of their additions.
Summon 4 Gods is fairly easy, but has some kind of finicky timing if there's and if the enemy counterattacks at all. Hardblade, I don't remember being that difficult.
And you said Gust Wind Dance was hard for Albert, right?
Gusted Wind Dance is a little bit harder on Albert than it is on Levitz, but, you know, once you get the hang of it, anything is easy.
Yeah, and Rod Typhoon's the one that give me trouble, but that one's almost maxed.
Rod Typhoon is basically just button mashing. Like 1-2 button mash.
Congo
is the easiest additions in the game. You will never have. If you have issues with his additions, I will disown you. He only gets 3, so.
Oh, so in that case, Albert almost has all his additions.
Well, the thing is that you can technically unlock all additions on Lavitz. Like, Lavitz is the one who unlocked Gust of Wind Dance, and in theory, you could master all of his additions with some grinding, and master his final addition as well.
I'm just trying to think ahead for... We're not stopping now yet. We're still going to continue on. I'm just thinking ahead for, like, when I grind their additions, how I can prep these guys to be useful as well, should I need to use, like, Albert or Congo or...
Yeah, this is definitely a game that likes to...
Or Hashel, that when if, say, like, the party gets split up, or...
This is definitely a game that likes to throw a curveball, like, you must use this character for this fight, or this segment. It'll do that a couple times.
That I don't mind, because I actually do like it when all party members feel useful in a game.
Yeah. Well, there's no useless party members in this game. They're all good in their own special way.
That's kind of what turns me off sometimes in some games, when there's that one party member that I feel is useless.
Yep.
And one thing I think that usually negates that is games like this, where you gain, even if they're not in the active party, they still gain EXP.
Although, if they're not in the active party, they only gain half experience.
I mean, that is another thing as well, yes, but...
Which is why Dart is always going to be your highlight character.
It's kind of something I wish I was in Final Fantasy 9, because I think I could use every party member in 9.
I mean, 7, 8, and 9, all the party members are useful. 7 and 8 mostly because, aside from their limit breaks, the party members don't really differ in any meaningful way. And it more comes down to what materia or guardian forces you have equipped.
Use this attack ball.
On the other end of the spectrum, there's Final Fantasy IV and Edward.
I still.
I can't defend Edward. Edward is just bad.
I still need to get 4 and play it. I might hold on getting 4 until my backlog of games is down a bit, and once I start making a good amount of money coming this August. Did I tell you like of my upgrade of my job or no? Holy shit! Sorry about that, sir. I just had to react because...
Oh, did you just get whacked?
No, I just saw Madness Dance additions go like really fast. I was like, whoa, what the shit?
Madness Hero. It lives up to its name.
It's like...
How nuts.
I was not ready for that. Because I haven't used Mirror in a while, it's going to take me a while to get used to her addition timing. Because I've been holding on to using her until this moment. All out attack, and that dealt 300. Thank God that was on darts. Ooh, dear Lord, I think Miro needs to guard next turn. Yeah, Miro, you need to guard next turn.
Yeah, well, luckily Meru will have more turns than anyone. Matter of fact, now that you got Meru and Shauna in a party together, Dart will feel like start to feel really slow.
Whoa, shit, I did it!
There you go. See what I meant by button mashing, though?
Yeah. Yeah, I just know that, like, for button mashing, usually that there's actual key timing to it. I'm used to button mashing. I blame the score runs of Star Fox 64 for that.
I mean, it's basically button mashing with timing. It's not technically button mashing, and I'm sure there's probably some hardcore Legend of Dragoon fans that would rant at me for saying that, but it's basically button mashing.
Oh, dear.
Well, better work up that last level of addition.
Her HP's too low, though.
She can take a hit. It deals 221. She can take a hit.
Or it could die!
I mean, it could die, yes, but now you have still two feared party members.
Burnout. Yeah, may I ask again, Dick, did I tell you the upgrade to my job that I got, Sturm?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, like, you're aware that I work part-time, I worked as a substitute teacher aide within my city's school district.
Yeah.
I got that upgraded to a consistent 5-day job at a single location.
Well, that's good.
So no longer a substitute. I am actually well, it's still a 3.8 hour job because unfortunately there was no full-time positions.
It's a what hour job? 3.8?
Yeah, so it's a half.
Well, that's not so bad.
I wanted to use a healing breeze because Miru's gonna die.
So yeah, Well, it's good to be moving up in the world then. So I should probably point out that Dart and Shauna right now take double physical damage.
There we go. Got double smack.
Well, he's not a threat for a bit. Good thing Shauna can dodge.
Unfortunately, I have to attack with them.
You get one of those too fast.
Yeah, I realize that. That's gonna take a while to get used to.
Well, at least it was only Shauna. Time to use that special when you get the chance. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
She attacked herself?
Charm makes her
I
attack
remember-
allies.
I just couldn't tell.
On the bright side, if I'm not mistaken, the charm replaces the fear.
Well, it's time for the special now.
Yep. Now you get to see Maru's transformation.
Oh yeah. This is my first time seeing it.
So she's not actually water themed. Alright, things are about to get blue.
I'm not gonna lie. This reminds me of the inside of Monstro.
You have no MP, so you gotta do a physical attack.
And let's not attack the guy that's nearly dead.
No, attack the guy who's nearly dead. Remove guns shooting at you type thing.
Well, I thought I could just kill him with the other guys.
Did you just miss?
I don't think I did. Nope.
Oh no, you hit. Okay. It's just because he died that... Anyway, you're gonna lose your blue background, but the other two will stay in Dragoon form.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna lie. That still reminds me of the inside of Monstro. As in the giant whale, Monstro.
Ah. From Moby Dick, right?
Pinocchio.
Oh, right. Have you ever actually used Explosion?
I think once. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I used it against the Ghost Knights.
Looks like the Star Children, it killed 4 of them, but nearly killed the 5th one. The other 4 revived, and I just used the explosion to finish them off.
I've actually one-shotted that entire encounter from full health, including the boss. With
Yeah,
let's just say that if you power level Shauna enough, she's brutal. Just shoot or
no,
heal,
I have healing braces I can waste.
or have her defend because she will defend more often than anyone else.
Yeah. Plus, we're almost out of here, I think. We can just leave this place. We killed the dragon.
Yep.
There's no more.
Just head back to town. Head back to Fueno, the bigger town.
Or I can head back to the other place just to quickly restore my HP and then head back to Fueno.
I mean, they're both equal distance from this place, effectively.
True.
Oh god, I need NPCs, don't I?
I will say this, Sturm.
Hmm.
I'll say again for going back to Tactics Advance 1, as I forgot to do the additions there.
Bravo.
I will still say again, you're lucky to not get to the final boss in there. I would have recommended you finish the game, but the final boss is a bitch. How do you like something that can pretty much at random, if it chooses to, change the laws instantly during battle, as well as deal insanely high magical and physical damage?
Huh.
That's the final boss in A1. And the worst part is, if you die to her, you have to do the other 2 fights before her all over again.
I mean, I think it's the same in A2 with its final boss fight, but probably a bit less brutal.
I mean, that's my only gripe. I would say that the final boss is extremely brutal in A1. That, and if you want to get the, I guess, to the quote super boss unquote, you have to actually 100% into all the missions in the game, all 300. And those quote super bosses are there because it was not that tough. I fought that super boss and I beat it easily. Then again, I think the problem is doing all 300 missions will basically make you stronger than the super boss can ever be. I don't know many games that have like a super boss that act as your like completion bonus. Like, you pretty much 100% of the game. Here's the hardest boss in the game. That's honestly the first I've heard someone do that. Too soon or too late, I don't know. She's got a new magic.
You just hit Dragoon level 5. Shauna will now gain 150 SP per shot.
Oh!
Shauna also now has a spell that costs something like 80 MP to cast.
Oof.
And is worth every point of it.
What does it do? I must know.
I'll let you figure that out yourself. I'm not telling you. You gotta see it for yourself.
I might as well then test it on these fish.
Fish! I don't think Shauna has enough MP to cast it.
Probably not. Let's see. Nope, 50. She's not even at max Dragoon level. Well, she now is. Whoa. So, Dragoon level 5 is a red HP, it's a red bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Shauna has enough to cast that.
I mean, unless I use a Sun Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I missed? Okay, I think I need to heal. Miru's probably dead. Probably. She's almost dead. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think that's a heal for me. I don't think it's even worth it to go special. Just regular Dragoon's all I need. Light strength 100%. All 100% damage on all enemies. What does that HP mean?
Who knows? You don't have the SP to cast it though.
I
Well, the
know.
MP.
That's why I'm just healing first, because everyone's near dead. Except for Shauna. Yeah, like, again, well, I'm probably not going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake. I do like how it looks, and I do like how they implemented the ATB system with a still, like, actual action-based combat. It's actually kind of cool if you've seen trailers of it. Do you know what they did, Sturm?
What?
So basically, you do regular attacks as the ATB gauge fills, and after it fills, you can do limits, items, I think items, or maybe you can just do items whenever, or use materia and magic once the ATB gauge fills. And everything moves in slow motion while you're selecting what you could do in the command while using the ATB. So it's like using actual action combat with the ATB system. That honestly was kind of cool when I saw it. Makes me wonder what they could do with other games like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, playing this now, thinking on that, I'm wondering what they could do with the
Addition system?
addition system in a 3D action RPG combat.
Who knows?
It'll be difficult to probably implement, I can almost guarantee that, but if they can do it right, it probably will be cool. Messed up that one. Yeah, I know you have D&D at 5, so we'll definitely end off somewhere around 4. Like, probably we'll head back to town, do a few other stuff, and then save and head off for the stream.
Yeah, well, it's almost 4 o'clock, so...
Is there anything? Is there any save point outside the town that we could get to before it gets to 5? I want to see how much we could do before 5. Aside from just get back to the town, like.
Honestly, I think you should just proceed until you get back to the Queen Fury. See where that takes you. There's actually a fairly good part to leave it off on coming up. That's not too far away.
Yeah, Madness Hero is gonna be tough to master. Oh, good lord. I like how you just didn't know what happened when you just saw me react to it for the first time. It's like, I don't know what you were doing, dude, but you just like heard me shout, "Holy shit!" I mean, what was your first reaction when you first saw Madness Hero's Speed of the Editions?
See, by that point, I'd already seen a different edition that's a bit more. So, Madness Hero, not that bad. Also, the first time I saw it, it wasn't the one playing. So, first time I ever saw Madness Hero, it was actually my brother playing.
Ah. Let's see, what kind of weapons does he have? Ooh. Oh, Morningstar is definitely good for...
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't come here before the boss fight.
I don't know. I just forgot, I guess.
Like, that would have been a huge defense buff to have.
It's been a while. I forgot what I had. Might as well just get
Equip everyone who can use the upgrade, yeah. I mean, you would have taken a lot less damage if you'd been using the Spark Press in those fights.
Again, I just forgot. Knight's Helm. He could use that. He's the only one that could use that.
I think Darts already has one equipped, is the thing.
Yeah. Alright, now for the... Okay, let's just look at our arms, and I'm going to need your help to figure out what to sell, so we can get rid of some of this.
Any item that sells for 10 or 5, sell it.
So, Iron Knuckle.
Like, anything that sells for less than 100, basically. Because that's old shit you don't need anymore.
Okay, that's a little annoying that you have to go...
All the way to the top, and yeah, that's why you gotta stay on top of selling things.
I don't know why I wasn't selling some of this stuff. It's not even like in... It's not even like in Tales games where some of the old stuff can be crafted into better weapons.
No, there's nothing like that in this game.
Or like in Final Fantasy IX where... Well, this game doesn't have the AP system that Final Fantasy IX has, but Shadow Cutter has 100. But that's their default. That was their... Maybe not the Shadow Cutter, but the mace I know was Miru's default.
Yeah, those bracelets that sell for 5, they're useless.
What about the weapons that sell for 100? Keep them still?
If it's it's probably not better than what they have equipped because you've already gotten a straight upgrade.
So I should sell that mace and shadow thing.
Cutter, yeah.
Well, this is boosting back up my money.
A little bit. So yeah, just make your way back to Donau. And then to Flets.
That's a lot better with how low that is, my weapon and armor inventory.
I mean, it's the spot where you have 255 slots, so if you really wanted, you could carry every weapon and armor you find. game and still have room.
This is the wrong place. I was looking for the inn so I can at least make sure my guys are fully healed before whatever happens next. So that way I can try Shauna's new toy. Yeah, that should be... It should be interesting, though. We are actually only one Dragoon spirit away now from having every Dragoon in the game. And I don't know where that last party member is. If I may be blunt, I'm praying the last party member is somewhere in this disc. Because that's usually how it is for games like this. Either they give you all the party... They usually give you all the party members before the halfway point of the game.
Well, you seem to have everyone, except you have no non-elements. That.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm wondering who that is. Whoops, I accidentally it clicked too fast because I thought that was actual dialogue, not a choice. That one was my bad, so whoops, sorry. I didn't even see what the other choice was. Do you know what it was, Sturm?
Hmm?
I had a choice thing there with like the mana of the sea or something else, but I accidentally clicked mana of the sea a little too fast because I thought that was just normal dialogue, not a choice.
Whoops.
So I accidentally pissed off Shauna a bit.
Good job.
I hate my tendency to skip dialogue fast. Then again, I think many of us suffer from that tendency. Alright. Oh, a battle on the sea? What could this be? Just one of those not mermaids.
Totally a mermaid.
I don't care what people say. That doesn't look like a mermaid at all.
Totally a mermaid. Most definitely a mermaid. And now it does bonus magic damage and takes half magic damage.
The one thing I can say about Madness Hero, even though it's hard to get off, it at least eats through their HP like wicked fast from what I've seen.
And now this is the part where I tell you that Madness Hero actually doesn't do any bonus damage. And that's just a flat 100% total. It actually does less damage than the Crush Dance.
Okay, so it doesn't do any bonus damage if I do it, but with how many hits it does, that hardly seems like it matters. No offense. Okay, we're finally back at Danu. So we just need to head back to the kingdom. Or is there something else we could do here? Sturm?
Oh, what?
Is there something else we can do here, or do we just head back?
Not
to
this time. Just move all the way back to the Twin Castle.
Hope you're not angry that we couldn't recover the moon dagger. We tried.
You tried, but he got away. But now you know where he's going, at least.
Yep. But that made 3 villains in this game that actually had Dragoon spears, which that we had to rip off their dead bodies. The first guy was the one that we got labbed.
First was Graham. Second was
the king, the evil king or emperor, Emperor Diaz. Was that right?
Emperor Emperor Dole. Emperor Dole.
Emperor Dole.
And then Emperor Diaz was the guy he ranted about having given him the Dragoon spirit. And now Linus, yeah.
As Rose started with it, Shauna's we got from like a dead spirit that was testing us. Which I'm guessing that, if I were trying to remember, was that dead spirit like a former Dragoon?
Dead spirit?
The one we got Shauna's Dragoon spirit.
Oh,
from.
surely, yeah.
She was like the former Light Dragoon.
Yeah, she was the former Light Dragoon. There was actually a cinematic at some point in the game where you actually see her die.
And darts we just got around somewhere in the beginning of the game before the mechanic came in. Rose started with it, and Congo's was the dumbest one we got.
I must point out that if you don't get it there, you don't get it again. You don't get a chance to get it again until disc 4.
Yuck.
The very end of the game.
Yuck. Congo's was just... Oh, wow, I actually confused it.
Yep. That's the downside to confusion, is that it can cause things to run away.
And I get nothing for that! The only other RPG I know that could let you do a level 1 run, it was Final Fantasy VIII. That's because the enemies leveled up with you.
Yeah.
Which I actually honestly will say I liked that concept idea.
Well, some enemies level up with you. Certain enemies level up with you. Not all of them do.
The final boss I know does.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact about leveling enemies, actually. Say for Sephiroth. Every time you use Knights of the Round inside the crater, his HP goes up.
No, that part I know. His HP also goes up for every party member that's like level 99.
Yeah.
I think it also goes down every time you attack a certain part of Bizarro Sephiroth. I forgot which part it was, but...
Every time you break off one of the regenerating parts, I think.
So I'm poisoned. I'm just going to special to get rid of that poison, honestly. These things are going to die like real fast. I need to get Miru's Dragoon up now. So is that wrong? I need to ask, like, is that wrong of what I'm doing on just not using a character until I get their Dragoon spirit?
I mean, it can potentially hinder them. In particular, just having low-level additions that makes it harder to level up the SP for the Dragoon Spirit. It didn't like what it saw.
It's like, I'm gonna kill you with the next character that comes, so I'll just kill your friend. It didn't like that idea and it just booked it after its friend was died. Killed. Whatever. English, I cannot speak right now. I'm supposed to be an English major. What is wrong with me? Well, I was. I graduated, of course. Look, it's the same dynamic duo. Too soon. Wow, she killed that guy in one hit. Okay, can
I mean, you're
just...
facing much lower level enemies.
True. Well, I was not expecting that with how low her addition is right now. Okay, can I just be honest? I'm gonna say this. I think out of all the characters, Mew's got the funniest victory animation.
Miru's just falling over, yeah.
And then rubbing her head, probably because she hit her head hard on the fall. She's probably got a thick enough skull to do it, to survive. I should probably save just in case. I don't know why, but something's telling me I should save just in case. Yeah, unless I'm gonna probably be honest term right now from what I'm feeling. Unless the last party member really surprises me, I think the party I have right now might be my main. Unless another
Oh,
party member.
right. Go to the bar.
Bar? What was the
The
bar
bar.
again?
One of the buildings on the other side of the river.
And if I continue what I'm saying.
Think it was this building, yes. You're looking for her, yes, the lady on the left there.
Her?
On the left. No, not Kathy. Her.
Marteau?
Yep. She's going to ask you for Stardust. You give her all of it. And that'll get you another item. War
God Sash?
I don't remember what that does.
Let's find out. But I'm saying I think this might be my go-to party for anything that does not require a certain party member to be in the party. Raises 8 SP by 50%.
Yeah, increases SP gain by 50%.
Whoo, boy.
If you want to have someone spam Dragoon relentlessly.
Therapy Wing's been helping Shauna a lot, but I'm not sure if it would be better off for anyone else.
It benefits anyone you want, really. Anyway, you have a castle to get off to.
Guess Darts will be fine then with. Because currently he and Shauna have the highest ones. Shauna can get it really fast even without that.
Anyway, there's a lengthy bit of talking up ahead, up at the castle. A lot of conversation scenes. I'm gonna just drop the hint of try to find your party members, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get myself some milk and cookies. Yeah, there's a lengthy scene at the castle, but once that's over, it'll be a great place to save and call it. So I'll be right back.
Alright. Okay, that was. Ugh. I'm gonna have to probably do some reporting on that, but
What, you just sat there waiting for me?
sorry, I had a little issue I had to take care of. Because apparently I was using my phone while you were gone to quickly check Discord, and someone I didn't know in Discord sent me a message saying, like, hey, I have this Discord app to try out. I did not trust it and instantly blocked it, but I don't know
Yep. That sounds shady as hell. That sounds like a spam bot. If you don't know them and they're sending you a message like that, assume the worst.
Yeah, that's why I was also gonna have to prepare to tell some of my servers to watch out for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do not trust stuff like that. Those either watching on the stream or on watching this on YouTube later, please stay safe, people on the net. Despite how good the net is at times, it's not always a safe place. Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason my real name and face are unknown. Only 2 people outside of my family actually know my real name. And they know by accident. That's Porygon and Ozzy. Oh wow, the stream quality cleaned up at some point.
Yeah.
Weird. Discord's being weird.
Who knows?
She's asking the princess to name her baby to be born.
I'm just not sure about those names. They just.
IE, which is a weird name, and Al, which is a boring name.
Yeah.
You okay there, Albert?
Uh. At least he's kind enough to let us pass. And we don't have to worry about stealthing our way past guards anymore.
No more stealth. No more stealth.
Imagine if you still had to do that even here. That would just suck. But yeah, like I said, I think that unless the game tells me I need to use Albert or Congo or Hasha or Rose for certain bosses or certain battles, I think the party I have right now might be my go-to party for the entire game.
I mean, it's one of my go-to parties. Although personally, I use Kongo a lot more.
Well, that's also going to depend on how the final party member fares compared to these ones. I don't know. I just like using the main character a lot, and Shauna's good for her real massive healing.
I mean, you can't switch Dart out of the party anyway.
Which is funny because there's some points in Final Fantasy IX that you could change out. You can switch out Zidane, but it's only at the end game dungeon. Well, I like this king. He's actually just looking at the... This is definitely one of the best kings I think I've seen in video games. That's just hilarious.
Oh yeah, I suppose you didn't actually know that. Dart is not from Serdio. He doesn't come from the same country as he doesn't come from the same country as Albert or Lavitz. He actually comes from a country across the sea. And Dart's actually a foreigner.
And there goes the entire party. Yeah, at least that dragon looks a lot more like an actual dragon compared to the wind dragon that we fought.
Less status effects than Firebrand, for sure.
No, I mean, it looked a lot more like what I could imagine dragons looking like.
And that's like a fucked up bearded praying mantis.
Yeah. Everyone's just coming to interrupt. I'm gonna have to find everyone now, aren't I? In this huge ass castle. This is gonna be fun. Well, I found Albert first.
Yep, up in the princess's bedroom.
Of course. At least he's only going after the princesses and not every woman he meets.
It's only the one princess.
Cough, cough, Zelos. I'm kidding. I actually like Zelos.
He didn't. To be fair, Albert did not flirt with Lisa in the slightest. Only with Emil.
That's also fine, but I'm also just kidding about Zelos. I actually like Zelos as a character. That is if you know who I'm talking about.
Final Fantasy IX, I believe?
No.
Kingdom Hearts, then, I guess?
No. Zelos is a Tales of character.
Oh, it's probably from one of the ones I haven't played.
Symphonia.
Yeah. Let's use an older analog and just say Moroku from Inuyasha.
Actually, I've never seen
If you're ready... Okay, so I can't use that blasted from the past as a reference. Have you played Tales of Vesperia?
Still playing it, not that far in still.
How far into it? I might be able to use a reference.
I'm in the guild town currently still.
Okay, no, not far enough then. What's a good reference? Trying to think of notorious flirts. I don't think of it. I guess it's not actually all that common an archetype in the end, after all.
Not really.
Hmm. When in doubt, TV tropes. There it is.
Well, there's Hashel and Miru.
Yes. Meru, yeah.
Miru. Okay, that's funny. Just telling them that the party starts soon is like... It makes them like, why didn't you say so? I just came here to tell you that. Oh, wow, I'm actually finding them pretty fast.
I mean, the castle looks big, but it's actually not as big as it looks.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that Rose is actually starting to lighten up a bit more. Because if I remember correctly, before the whole actual getting stranded, she was probably the most serious of all the characters.
Serious, rather straightforward.
No laughs, no nonsense.
God. The games section? No, I'm still fixated on trying to find a good comparable character to what I think you mean by Xenos. Oh,
Zelos.
Zelos. Oh, look, under video games, he's literally the first one in the entry.
Freaking Zelos. The thing is, I'll put an asshole in the. Okay, I accidentally walked in on Lisa while she was speaking some speeches, but
I suppose Zidane is the big counter here.
I mean, yeah, but the also thing you have to keep in mind with Zidane is he does give up his flirtatious ways after he spends a lot of time with Garnet, aka with Dagger, aka Garnet.
Another example is apparently, have you played Persona 4?
I have played Persona 4. That much I can say. So yes.
Teddy, after a certain key moment in his life.
Oh right, yes. I forgot about Teddy.
And we've got, oh yes, Ezio Adattuare.
Ezio? Who?
Assassin's Creed, never mind. Blaze Blue, I know you've played. Kagura.
Oh right, I forgot about him. How could I forget? The coach was constantly punching him for trying to hit on girls and talk about certain things that about in her life. Well, that's everyone. And throwing Miru back in. And it's asking about dresses, so we need to... Oh, she was right there. That's actually useful that Congo...
You found Congo left.
Yeah, because I was right at the area that I needed to be. How often does that happen?
Well, yeah.
Only Shauna's the one getting a dress. Because Miru prefers to be like a dancer, and Rose just wants her sword with her at all times.
Oh, I suppose the most famous example is Kirk. How did I forget about him?
Kirk? I'm trying to...
Captain James Tiberius Kirk.
Oh, right.
Of Starship Enterprise. I suppose that would be the best possible example. I think it was because it's an old example.
Thank you, Hasha, for once. He's actually keeping the ladies off darts. Yes.
She's a professional dancer, so it's
No.
kind of her shtick.
I'm just trying to see. Oh crap!
Getting dragged into it.
I need to find who Rashawn is. I need to stop rushing sometimes for the choice. And expect choices to come up.
You got to talk to everyone, though. But yeah.
Talk to everyone. So.
And once you've talked to everyone you can see, you move off to the right.
So the only person left to talk to is Rose.
Like I said, talk to everyone you can see until that happens, basically. Ow.
And there's Shauna in her dress. All right. So we're gonna end off here once we get another save point.
Well, I'm just gonna say this now. The end of this scene is the end of disc 2,
Wait, really?
and you automatically get a save at the end of each disc. If you think about it, Bleach. See, there it is, Chapter 3, Fate and Soul. Ta-da!
Hey!
You're basically done.
So,
Yeah.
and this is just to double check.
Told you it was a good spot to let off.
4 discs, right?
4-disc game, yeah. The first disc
Oh!
covered...
What? Go on,
The
finish.
first disc, you're halfway. Anyway, the first disc covered the Serdian Civil War. I just found an ant in my room, and that pisses me off. Which, that was Celes the Forest, Helena Prison, the cave with the big snake thing, Basil, the forest with the dragon, the marsh, the marsh that the dragon had attacked, the city of Hoax, where you first met Kongol, the Heroes Tournament, and Kazas the Black Castle. It was all disc 1. The second disc was all the Tiburon stuff. Flets, the Badlands, the Valley of Corrupted Gravity, the home of Giganto, Donau, the Phantom Ship, the Sea Dragon's Cave, and then that ending bit there. It's actually quite a lot you've done on the second disc. You're halfway.
Yeah. But we haven't got our last part member, which is unfortunately making me. And I'm. Forgive me for saying this, but this is just usually my kind of speculation for things.
I mean, I expect speculation.
In general, like, very rare, I'd say, like, getting your last part member this late in the game usually is a good turnout. Usually isn't. Like, there's some cases, like the best case I can say is Naoto from Persona 4. Like, she has some good things, but overall she was just like I think just a mainly a stat.
Too little, too late.
Too little, too late. And most of her moves were just instant kill moves that are useless on bosses.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you mean there. A lot of late game arrivals in RPGs aren't that good. Like, sometimes they're good. Sometimes they can be quite good. Sometimes they scale off your level. Like, I'll point out that when you got them, Kongo and Meru both joined at Dart's level. It's just, Kongo has base 30 speed and Meru has no HP. So, they're strong, but they're balanced. They're
strong in balance. That's good. But with how things are, I'm not looking forward to how our last party member will be, considering we're already at the halfway point, and our party members we have right now are probably gonna shine a lot more than that one. I'm saying this, I don't know that for sure yet. I haven't gotten the last party member, but this is just based on observation from other RPGs.
From other RPGs, yeah. Trying to think of other good examples of that. Late game party members. Like, Naruto's a fairly good example, but I barely know Persona 4. Anything else come to mind? I know that's...
Fine. Hold on. Alright, let's finish up, because then I can take care of that call. Give some examples while we finish up.
But yeah, you finished up Disc 2. That's actually quite a lot to take in, even if there was only, like, one boss battle, but a doozy of one normally. Thankfully, you had Dart. Actually, you're required to have Dart, so, Yeah. Regola's weak to magic. Linus is a bitch. Good.
Yep.
And that concludes Disc 2.
And if that pretty much ends things off for this, we will actually pick this up, I think, next Monday, if I'm checking the calendar right. Yep, I literally have 4 more Mondays I can do this before I have to switch this to, I believe it was Wednesday we set it for once the 28th is passed.
Fine by me. I'm guaranteed next Monday and Tuesday off. Because next Tuesday is my birthday.
Happy early birthday, then. I'll probably wish you to get on that day. Yeah, thank you all for joining. We will continue up with this. I probably won't be able to do any grinding because of stuff that happened, but I'll do the grinding next time after some events. Yeah, I know at RPGs, usually by the halfway point, very downward.
I have mentioned that this game is actually very well balanced with how it parses out experience. I did mention that most of your experience...
Oh, I meant by experience, I meant additions.
Yeah, additions is the big thing. Like, experience, almost all of it comes from boss encounters. Additions, honestly, you could beat the game using nothing but double slash. But getting better at additions is always a good idea.
Yeah. Either way, we'll see you all next Monday for this, and next Thursday for some of the bonus stuff for Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix.
Aye. See you next week.
Later.